Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I'm really excited to do this call with you guys because we've never really done it this way. So I'm gonna introduce myself. My name's Tabitha. I'm a Diamond Beachbody coach. This is my 4th year coaching. I have been a coach for a little over 3 years. And I signed up simply because I just wanted to get involved with something. I hadn't done any workouts. I just wanted to get active. And my coach, Jamie Simpson, who's also on the call, you'll hear from her in a second. She was a coach, and I reached out to her and kind of just started with the hope that I could supplement my income, that I could just, again, get active, get other people involved. And what I found was that I really thoroughly enjoyed this business. I enjoyed helping others. I enjoyed the community, and it became my passion. So here I am little over 3 years later, and it's been an awesome, amazing ride. I work full time, and I have 2 kids and a husband, and all those things that we sometimes obviously feel overwhelmed, and all these things on our plate. But I've managed to keep up with being a coach and working full time and doing all these things and having a successful coaching business with it. So to rewind a little bit, I started, I'm a dental hygienist, so that was kind of my passion. And then when I started this, like I said, I decided that I could actually replace my income with this business. And it doesn't happen overnight because nothing happens overnight. It took me how many years to go to college to get my degree. And so it takes work, but I'm willing to do the work. So I've found a way to, like I said, work Beachbody into my everyday life. And I've been able to take my husband on vacations that we would have never been able to take because of Beachbody, because I earned the trip. And I have an amazing team with friendships, and one of our coaches will be speaking about that a little bit later. So that's a little bit about my story. I don't have a huge weight loss transformation. I feel like, you have ups and downs in your journey, and it would, just like with any journey that you go through in life, you have ups and downs with your fitness. Right now, I'm not at my peak physical fitness level. But I have been, since starting this business, I have been in the best shape of my life. I do feel like I am in pretty good shape at this point, but we always have areas to work on. So for me as a mom, that's another reason why I joined. I think we as moms, we always put ourselves, or as women in general, just with all these to-dos with work and whatever, all these responsibilities and these hats that we wear, we put our health and we put ourselves on the back burner because we're taking care of other people. So I also wanted to, after having kids, I realized that I wanted to take care of myself too, because they need me, and I want to be healthy and all those things. And I also want to, of course, pass down the health to them. So that was a big thing. And that was where I saw that I could actually invest in myself. And along that, I could help others. So anyways, that's a little bit about me and my story, and kind of why I love coaching and where it's taken me. For me, I just want to say that financially, it has been a huge blessing for our family. Again, we've been able to take trips and other vacations not associated with Beachbody that we would have never been able to take. A lot of flexible spending that we would have not been able to do. And just the fact that I have at one point matched my income, my monthly income. Not saying I do that every month, but I have at some points matched it. And the fact that I can actually match my income and do something I love kind of blows me away. So that's kind of gives me the drive and the fire to help others and to get other moms on board that want to do the same exact thing. So that's a little bit about me, and I kind of want to breeze through my topic that I'm going to be covering, which I feel like I always kind of speak on this because it's something that's important to me and something that I've made possible, which is time management and fitting this business into my everyday life with being a mom and working full time and being busy and feeling overwhelmed and all those things. Because that's probably one of the biggest objections I get from people is, you always hear the and you can use it as you can say it's an excuse, or, you know, some people just really have life situations that they have to wait on. But, you know, the saying like, when I get here, then this will occur, or when this, then that. Like, if when I lose all this weight, then that's when I'm going to be able to be a coach, because I'm going to be fit, and everybody's going to want to join me because I'm fit. And so that's not the case, because you don't have to be fit. That has nothing to do with it, to be a coach, because people join you because they like you and they want their help, your help. They don't join you because you're fit and you're perfect. So anyways, I fit this into my everyday life, and it can be hard. But like I said, people use, I think, the excuse sometimes that, well, this big thing's going on, and when I get, you know, when I move, or when I change jobs, or when I get through this thing, then that's when I'm going to have the time to invest in coaching. And honestly, it doesn't take a ton of time. We always invest about an hour a day into our business, and not always. That's the goal each day, but we don't always get there. And the nice thing about this is you set your own hours, you work at your own pace, and there's no, like, nobody's, you know, you don't have, it's not a sprint. Just like with your fitness, it's not a sprint. And so I found that I just set little power pockets of time to work my business, and share on social media and reach out to people. I work on my lunch break some. And when you love what you're doing, and you enjoy being excited about something and feeling the reward from helping others and working on your own fitness, then it makes it, like, you know, just doesn't seem like a job. And it makes it super fun, especially when you're working alongside people, you know, with people that you truly love and care about. So it's definitely something that you can, like I said, some people start with strictly the discount, and then they go into, you know, working the business, and some people want to jump in, and it's just per person. It doesn't matter. Your goals are going to be different than mine, and we all have different goals, and that's just what makes us all, you know, part of a team, and just unique in our own way. So I just want you guys to know that just because you're busy and you feel like you can't fit another thing in, we want to help you, you know, figure out ways that you can have those power pockets of time, and ways that you can, I guess, kind of manage your time so that you're not wasting time, but you're actually being productive, and you're not working harder, but you're working smarter. So it's definitely doable. I've made it happen. And I still feel like I definitely get time with my family, and, you know, it's been really awesome for me. So I just wanted to share that. And I'm going to pass the torch on to Jessica Servi, who's one of my coaches, and she's going to tell a little bit about her story. And she's also going to talk about accountability, and how accountability is key with and how it's helped her be a coach. So here she is.
Hey there. Like she said, I'm Jessica, and I have been a coach since 2015. So working on almost 3 years now. I am a busy mom of 3. I work on an as-needed basis as a respiratory therapist in cardiac and pulmonary rehab. So I really feel that my calling in life is to help others. I've always felt that way. I've always wanted to help others. So becoming a respiratory therapist and helping people rehab was just something that I really loved. And it kind of makes sense that I jumped in to fitness doing the same thing. So can you guys hear me okay? I look like I'm lapsed a little bit. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Tabitha, I was one of her challengers, and I started this whole journey because I was 100 pounds overweight, and I really, my husband and I really wanted to have our 3rd baby, which he will probably make his appearance, because Jamie and Tabitha both know that he likes to interrupt these calls regularly. So my apologies if you see children running through. So anyway, God willing, we wanted to have another baby, and I told myself, I don't want to be 300 pounds and pregnant. Like, I need to work on losing some weight before we do this. So I started my journey, and this was the only thing I have ever been able to stick with in my entire life. I've been overweight since junior high. So I had lost 20 pounds, and I told myself, okay, Lord, it's in your hands now. We're going to start trying. I got pregnant. I continued to lose weight and lost 50 pounds and kept it off throughout the entire pregnancy. And actually, with my physician's approval, continued to work out until the day I delivered. I was doing modified burpees 24 hours before I had Sai. And I did yoga a few hours before he was delivered. So it was amazing for me postpartum. And that kind of is my transformation story for you guys. And that's kind of where I started. But then Tabitha approached me like, hey, you're loving this. You're doing an amazing job as a challenger in the group. What do you think about coaching? And for me, I was one of those, okay, I'll be a discount coach. That's what I'll do. And then she's like, you really have a gift for sharing with others and encouraging them. Do you want to do this with me? And, tentatively I said yes. I'm one of those people that have to get my feet wet a little bit sometimes. So I kind of jumped into sharing it with others, but it became so easy for me because I truly believe, any of you that know me know that I researched the heck out of the products I put into my body. And I truly believe in the products. And it's something that I feel like is safe. I used it throughout my entire pregnancy. I drank Shakeology throughout my entire pregnancy with my physician's approval. And the workouts are just really well done. And I just feel like, yes, this is the tool that I can use to share with other people and really give them whatever they need to have their own either weight loss transformation, if they want to get stronger, if they need to gain weight, whatever it is to be healthy and well is my goal. And using the things that God gave us on this earth to do that, and not something that we make in a lab or wherever it might be. So those are always my goals. So for me, it was like a no-brainer to start sharing this gift with people. And I think that's something, because my faith is really important to me as well. And I think that's something that I'm able to share too, using my gifts and talents, my God-given gifts and talents to help serve others. So that was my calling. And that was something that I was really thankful to be able to start doing as a Beachbody coach. Now, that leads me to my next subject, which is accountability. Like I said before, this is the only thing I have been able to stick with. I've now lost 60 pounds. It was 64 until Super Bowl, but we'll see if we can get back to the 64. So I've now lost 64 pounds, and I'm telling you right now, if it were not for my awesome challengers and my amazing customers and my amazing fit family and the coaches that work right alongside me every day, I don't think I would have been able to stick it out, because it's hard. It's not always easy to do something like this. So for me, the accountability has been huge, to have people pushing me every day, to know that I'm the responsible one. Yes, I share the responsibilities with my fellow coaches, but it's me who needs to show up every day and show everybody that they can do this. A busy mom of 3. I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and Sai is 16 months old. So I think that it's amazing for each of us to show each other what are, I'm going to say challenges. What are our challenges? What are the obstacles in our road every day that are stopping us from getting to our goal? And what do we need to do to just clear those hurdles and move past them? And for me, showing people that, yes, I can show up every day. 2 hours ago, I still hadn't done my workout, and I really just honestly didn't want to do it. But I'm like, no, I have to show up. My phone's been blowing up all day. My challengers have been showing me all day that I can do this and that they can do this. So yeah, I pushed play and I got through it, and I feel much better now that I did it. So that's part of what the accountability has done for me on a personal level. On a professional level for my business, it's also helped me to have people checking in on me every day. what can I do for you? What tools do you need to help your customers, to help your challenge group, to help your coaches? That accountability, having Tabitha and Jamie check in on me, every day or every other day, is what keeps me moving forward and what gives me the energy. Because you have to believe it up here and here too, that like you can do it. And it's really hard sometimes to keep that momentum. So it's a normal thing to kind of feel a little deflated sometimes. But that's where your coaches, your fellow coaches come in, because they're going to push you and they're going to uplift you and tell you that you can do it and show you how to do it. So for me, sorry, I'm checking my time because I'm kind of long-winded too. Okay, and I don't want to keep you guys on too long. So for me, the accountability to be there for my challengers and my fellow coaches has been such a huge blessing, in that it has pushed me to always be the best that I can be, even on those days when that's really hard. So I hope that helps you guys just realize what a huge blessing this can be. And I'm just noticing my dog's always here for these calls too. Do you guys notice Milton's always in the background? Milton. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm going to turn it over to Jamie, and she can introduce herself. I'm going to mute myself, but thank you guys so much for listening.
Hello. So my name is Jamie Simpson. I have been a coach for, it will be 4 years on February 25th. And my story is basically, it can be really long, but I'm going to shorten it up just for you guys. Let me check my time too, because I tend to get going. We all get so excited about our story and how we ended up where we are now that we get to going, and it takes a long time. So basically, I had always been an athlete, and always, I would say, exercise thin. I taught turbo kick, starting really in 2007. I started doing turbo, and started teaching it shortly after. And so I was always exercise skinny. I worked out every day. And then just life happened and crap happened, and I got sick. I basically had my gallbladder removed and all kinds of things. So I was unable to actually work out, and just kind of hit like a couple ruts in life. And I put on 30 pounds, and it's one of those things, like, it slowly creeps on that you don't even recognize it, because we didn't have a scale at the time. And all I knew is that it came to a point whenever I had to put on clothes. And I've posted this story about myself, but I had to put on jeans to go stand in front of a crowd, and long story short, no jeans fit except for the ones that had a busted zipper. And I was fine until the picture came out in the paper, and then I realized that something had to change in my life. The woman who certified me in 2009, I reached out to her because I thought, well, I could start teaching turbo again, because I had been off for a couple of years. And I messaged her, and she basically kind of just said, hey, we're doing this program called 21 Day Fix. It had just been released the month before. And I said, and like I say, FYI, my bank account was, I think, already negative at this point. And so I said, yeah, I'll do it. And she sent me her link, and I bought the 21 Day Fix, sending my bank account further into the negative, which ends up being part of my story. But I started on February, like the 18th, and like a week later I decided I was going to be a coach, mainly for the discount, because I love Shakeology and I was already feeling better, and I had a group of women who were my turbo group, and I thought, well, I can just share it with them. And that was how it started. So I became obviously addicted to the program, addicted to how it made me feel, but more so addicted to my challenge group. And I loved that support of the women that I had. And so I stayed in, even though I told my husband it would probably last me about 2 months, and then I probably quit because it was a quick fix, I thought. And, it was going to help me lose that weight that I was really wanting to lose. So I did. I lost, ended up being 23 pounds and about 26, 27 inches in 42 days. And I have never looked back since then. I realized that my passion is helping people lose weight, but more than that, get confidence back, because that was the one thing that I didn't realize I had lost, was the ability to love myself for who I am and the strengths that I have. And so I really feel like it was important for me that I continue to do this, because like I said, I loved interacting with the women. We've talked about, the girl group, our girl power. I have had guys in my challenge groups, and they're awesome too. But our coaches right now, they're just a tremendous support system. And I don't know where I would be if I had not made the decision to be a coach, because it's changed not only my confidence level, but it's changed my pocketbook. We've been able, like Tabitha had mentioned, we've been on Mexico, I've been on a cruise, I've been to Punta Cana, we're getting ready to go back to Mexico, just got invited to go on another cruise, and I've been to trainings in California. I feel like I've gotten to go all these places, and we've been able to do that because we actually have extra income coming in. And that's a bonus, because that wasn't something that I ever really expected out of this, because I always just said I want to be able to get my shakes at a discount and hopefully get them paid for. And it's more than that, way more than that. So that's kind of how it is. We have this awesome team, and you're only seeing a couple of them. And I think that it's just a tremendous way, like we've talked about, the accountability and all the things that it gives you, but it gives you so much back that you don't even recognize it until when you stop and look back at where you've come from and all the things you've been through, and just the way that you can view things, because the positivity that you're surrounded with, and they always say the top 5 people that you spend the most time with, that if you look at them, that's who you're mirroring. And so if you're surrounding yourself with just negativity, I hate to say it, but that's just what it is. And I don't feel that way. Our challenge groups are just a wealth of positivity and support. So anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the coaching aspect of it. Because I feel like that people have been asking me a lot in my challenge groups and outside, like, okay, do you have to have inventory? Because, you have all these MLMs and all these businesses where you have to carry inventory, and you have to handle the shipping, and you have to, sell so much per month. So Beachbody has been different for that, because technically you do not have to sell anything ever. You can become a coach, and if you say, I just want the discount, literally that is all you have to do. We say be a product of the product, which basically means your Shakeology or your performance line, anything that is on your home direct is considered that is your product, and you're becoming a product by having that. Shakeology has always been a staple for me. I've not missed 1 month in going on 4 years. So I have ordered Shakeology every month, and that satisfies Beachbody as far as that goes. People have asked me, once I sign up, can I quit? Is there like a cancellation fee? Are they going to charge me $300? Or actually, if you decide that you don't want to do this anymore, it's which we would hate to hear, because you're no longer being a product of our amazing products, but you have the ability to walk away without any kind of cancellation fee or anything like that. You don't have to engage with the coaching like what we do. What we do is we run challenge groups, and we help. That is, if that's not your thing right now, you don't have to do that. We don't pressure you to be something or be in a level where you're not. So that's completely up to you. So we call that discount, or I would say even like a VIP coach, which is just your ability to get 25% off everything. If you're military, you get a free coaching, which means you don't pay, if you're active duty or veteran, you don't pay the $15.95 coaching fee. If you are not military, there is a $15.95 coaching fee. So if you're an active Shakeology drinker like myself, and I'm also a couponer, I'm a CVS person like Guru. I love those CVS, coupons that you get. So if you're that type of a person, I look at my discount as a big coupon. It's around, by the time you figure in the shipping and everything, you're saving around $16 on your Shakeology. If you have a few customers under you who decide to purchase, or say your aunt wants to buy it or your cousin, you basically will get more money towards that. And then you would get, could eventually earn, if you get 3 people buying from you, you would get your Shakeology for free. So, your options, the things that you want to do with that is a wealth. If you decide I want to do the discount now and then later on decide you want to run it as a business, then that's all you. I mean, that's all going to be you, and you can come to us and talk about that, and we can give you the help and the information. So pretty much the coaching can be whatever you want it to be. And you can go on all these fun little trips with us if you decide you want to build it as a business. And trust me, it's a lot of fun when you go on these trips. I got to stay with our next speaker, Wendy. We stayed together when we got to Punta Cana. We got there a day early, and we crashed out together at a hotel close by because we couldn't get into the one we were supposed to be at. So it was lots of fun, but good adventures. And like Wendy, I've met Wendy through Beachbody. We've met so many new people from all over the place. I mean, we have friends all over the United States, challengers all over the United States, I feel like. So anyway, we'd love to see you join the team, and I'm going to turn it over to Wendy Martin now.
Unmute. I did it. What is up, ladies? I get to show my face. I'll just start off by saying I had some technical difficulties, and that's the great thing. Also, it's weird that you guys are on mute, because when I do a Zoom call, normally everybody gets to talk. But that's the great thing about coaching. You can totally mess up and you don't get fired. It's your own business. Hallelujah. No, I'm joking. Sorry, you guys. All right. I know I missed some of your call. All right. So I'm on here to speak about basically like the sisterhood. And just like Jamie was just saying, and Tabitha, we got to spend our last trip together, which I'm realizing we're not going to be on this one together. But the sisterhood is the number one reason why I became a coach. And so I just feel awkward that you guys, can you guys hear me? That's the thing. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and piggyback off what Jamie was saying. So like last year, like I wouldn't know the other 3 women in this group if it wasn't for Beachbody. And that's probably the most amazing thing. And I have to honestly say, Tabitha has personally helped me through a lot of like difficult times. And that to me is the biggest gift you can have with Beachbody. I know we talked about income, and we talk about the accountability, and we talk about all these other beautiful things, but to be able to have like a sisterhood that you didn't even realize that it was possible or capable, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I have so much trust in you gals, and the fact that I could mess up and you're like, don't worry about it. Like, I love you girls. So that's the thing. That's my favorite thing when it comes to this whole community. Okay. So I know I'm not going to like share my story so much, but here's the thing with the sisterhood is that you have the accountability, you have the communication, you have people who are going to be there no matter what, if it's coaches or challengers, and you have people who are going to lift you up and have the support. And it's something that I think is very rare in this world. It's very hard to find. And like I'm in Chicago, like I'm up north of them, but even Jamie was saying, like we have, challengers and coaches from all over. We have Canada and also in the UK. And I have a really great friend who's a coach who's in the UK. Like I would have never met her if it wasn't for Beachbody. So I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Okay. It says my internet, I'm so sorry, you guys. It says my internet is unstable. So if I get frozen, can one of you guys just go like this and I will move my computer? Okay. So I kind of lost my train of thought. Oh, just by the fact that you get to find people who are so much like you, who get you, who will run with you, who will support you, no matter what it is, if it's a personal or, and obviously weight loss and our whole journey is a very personal journey. But even if you go through something that is really heartfelt, that has nothing to do with health and fitness, you have the support of your other teammates, you know what I mean? Or like, we're not even like, I want to point at you guys. We're not even on the same team, but yet you guys are so supportive of me. You know what I mean? So that's what's like so amazing for me personal. I'm going to go ahead and kind of share. I'm actually on Team Hardcore underneath Janelle Summers, and Janelle Summers is, to me, once again, why I became a coach is because I saw her in this community of amazing women going on vacation, supporting each other, laughing with one another. And I was like, you know what? I want that. And I think when we're in high school, we kind of have like a group of girls that we like hang with, you know, we grow up with them, and then we go to college, and then we have like this tribe of girls that we go to college with. And then all of a sudden you get into this adult world and you're like, wow, my tribe kind of got small. Or maybe you lose your friends that you have grown up with for so long, or you move away. I moved away. So that was like my big thing. And then, so this allows you to have this community of women. And that's what I just can't say enough. And I know we all talk about different topics, but, and I didn't time myself. I have no idea how long I've been talking for. But so to me, to be able to have that, and to have just, I really just can't say enough about it. It's very close to my heart, and it almost makes me cry. And Tabitha and both of us have gone through some situations this year. And honestly, if I didn't have Beachbody, I don't think I would have made it through the year that I went through. You know what I mean? And it's just, so that's the other thing. Like you have your ups and downs. And when I'm down, I have everybody else bringing me back up. And not that my amazing friends that I have grown up with wouldn't have done that for me, but it's different. It's a whole different community, you know? So, because I think we go through tough love together. We've gone through, we spoke of financial stuff. We spoke of relationships with ourselves. We speak of weight loss, which is a real hard, tough thing to talk about. And so we're opening up these, not so easy things to talk about within the groups and within the team. And so you automatically form these bonds with one another. You know what I mean? So you can't help but just get this closeness, as I call a sisterhood. And I don't have sisters, so y'all my sisters. So let's see what else. Tabitha, I don't know if you want to unmute yourself really quick, if there's something else you wanted me to touch base on, because I certainly can keep talking. Everybody knows that. I got a blabbermouth.
No, I think you covered a lot. I think what you said was really good, and I liked what you said about this opening.
Okay, I'm going to put up my volume here. Hang on one second. I can't hear really well. Oh, that's not working. Okay, so actually, if you don't mind, I'm going to talk about really quick. I can't talk real quick, like even with the trips. And that's the other thing. Like, we all go on vacation together. We earn this vacation, and we get to hang with one another, and you don't feel like a stranger. You don't feel like you're going on vacation with all these strange people. And personally, my volume is up. Okay. Personally, like, I'm not going to be with you guys, but I know I'm going to go to like this whole trip and just bond with some other gals who are just like me. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Tabitha, are you still unmuted? Yeah. I didn't know if there's anything else. I might be skipping.
Nope. I think you covered it. I think you did. That was great.
Okay.
That was perfect. And it's like,
I'm free. Am I frozen?
No.
Okay.
No, you're good.
I got my girl boss hat on.
But it's such a rare thing. Like, I don't know. And like you guys all kind of said in a nutshell, like, I don't know where I would be either without this opportunity in this company, and like everybody in this video right now that we're doing, and so many other people that, have kind of shaped us into like coaches and friends and like sisterhood, like you said. So I'm so thankful for the opportunity. And I think that's pretty much it. I think we kind of covered most everything that we wanted to cover in this call. And we hope that you guys enjoyed the call, and you can always ask us any questions that you have. But thanks for tuning in.